welcome back to another video. You join me on a Sunday, it's pissing down with rain. This is where we're going to start the week. So we've got a DAF XF. It's been diagnosed for a BPV valve. I'll show you that in a minute. So we're going to whip that off. Got a second-hand one to put on it, which we know is good. But again, with second-hand stuff, you can't guarantee how long it's going to last. So we're going to crack on with it, get it done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to all the new subscribers I've got. Everyone that's liked and commented on every video, I really appreciate it as anything. So let me show you this BPV, what we've got to take off, and let's get cracking. So here is our BPV valve. This is it here, all this big unit. So we've got NOx before sensors, we've got pressure sensors, we've got temp sensors. It's got coolant in it as well. There is a shitty bracket under there somewhere, but we're going to get 1, 2 off there, probably undo it there so we can get some flex on it. Get these NOx sensors out, unplug everything from underneath, and just obviously pull it out. So yeah, I've done one before, not too bad, but obviously it's pissing down the rain, not loud with stuff like that. So let's get cracking. Let's get these sensors out. Hopefully they come out, and let's get on with this job. Okay, so hopefully you can see everything all right. I have got the microphone on. Let's put it on now. So the first thing we're going to do, make sure these NOx sensors come out. They are, I think they're 22. Yeah, hopefully come out all right. They're not like, these ain't too bad to take out. He says, hopefully. It's tight. What I might have to do is I have to give ourselves a bit of room. There isn't a lot of room on there. Make some room. Unhook all this wire in here. All that's got to come out. Is that cable tied? No. Just unhook it like that. And like that. Get all this out of the way. We've got a plug down here, which has got the NOx sensor on. 2 little plugs down the bottom here. You can see them down there. So it's not too bad. We'll get some of these other pipes off. What are these? We can probably take this off here. It's just a little bit of an awkward job. Not a hard job, just awkward. There's our coolant. So we'll get something underneath, and yeah, we'll fill it all up. Okay, so here's a little update. I'll do as quick as I can because it is absolutely chucking it down with rain. So we've got the, let's get that covered up there. There we go. Try and save as much coolant as we can. Need to cover that up there, really. Give me a second, boys and girls. Fuck. Where's the gloves gone? That'll do. Right, so anyway, we've got it's gonna piss out the bottom of it. Okay, so what we've got is we've got the sensors out here, NOx and temperature sensors. We've got this bit here, I don't know, I couldn't tell you what it's called. So we've got a clamp here to get off, a clamp down there. They are 13 mils. So we're going to get them off with the old whiz gun, I think. So we want to do this as quick as we can so we don't get absolutely drenched, which is what we're currently doing now. So we're going to get our little 3/8 gun we got from Jade, the Mac man. If you haven't seen him, go and check him out. He's in a Preston, Chorley sort of area. He also does, probably seen him weld a Faber. His videos are brilliant. I don't need to give you a recommendation to go and watch his videos because I just don't need to. They speak for themselves. Really, really good content. But anyway, so we've got here, just gonna whip this off like that. One here. We really want to take off as minimal as possible because, again, we don't want to get soaked. And why take off what you don't need? That is the way I see it. Where is my pry bar gone? I'm currently in the back of the van. Do you know what? It's ridiculous how much kit I've... Oh, there it is. Kit I've lost. Anyway, so we're going to pry these out here. Best way is probably like that. Okay, on there. On there. That's that. And the same for the other side. Hopefully it's not puddles all over the screen. Of course the last one's been awkward. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the other videos I've been putting out. I see the question and answer one hasn't really done that well, which I kind of expected in some instances. You're not really fucking interested, really, are you? Everyone wants to see the mechanical stuff, which is what we're doing now. So we need to loosen this, I think. I think there's a bracket here somewhere, down there, down there. We need to get that bracket off there and make it loose so we can get it off. So what I've done is I've loosened a bolt down here. It's on this bracket. It just gives us enough flex on that to hopefully be able to pull it out. I'm gonna get a hammer, big old hammer, give it a little tinkle. See if that. Just need to move that a bit. Not sure if it's on a dial. Can't remember. Okay, get that out of there. It's probably connected somewhere else. I'll probably missed something. Yep. So, looking at that, we've probably got pipe down the bottom. Okay, get the torch, have a look, see where else connected. Can't be much, and then we'll get it out. Okay, so we've got it. We had some coolant pipes at the back, one there, and then another one which was down there, right there. So we've got them ones. We've got an electrical plug down there, which is here, and then we'll get it out. Get the last little bit plug off. Now, if I remember rightly, these plugs are a little bit awkward because of where the actual plug bit is that you take off. It's a tiny bit awkward. They just love working on DAFs on a Sunday, getting absolutely Tommy drenched. It's just an awkward plug. There it is. There's our BPV valve. I think it's gone here. It's a bit sloppy. So let's get the new one. Let's see what we need on it and what we don't need on it. So here's our new one. Well, it ain't new, but here's our one that we're going to put on it. Nice and solid on there. Let's get these bits off that we don't need. We don't need this bit. It's got to come off. Just bits like that, really. So let's get it all off and get ready to put the new one on. Okay, so I've stripped everything off. That's basically the same as the other one. Bar that pipe there. I'm going to leave that on. But we're ready to put it back on now. We've got the gaskets and everything. We've got new gaskets. We'll put them on. So let's get to part. This is the awkward part, the plug that was at the bottom. And then obviously we've got a flap inside, basically like an exhaust brake. So nice and solid that. So let's bang it all on. What we will do is we'll put some grease around these seals and stuff so we don't get any leaks or anything like that. So I'm going to start banging it back on and I'll come back to you when we've got a bit of progress. Okay, so there's the new one. I'm sorry I haven't filmed it because I'm absolutely frozen. It's still absolutely chucking it down with rain. But I've got it all piped up. I've got a little bracket thing to put in there to stop the pipes rubbing. Other than that, we are all secure, all back on. Water pipes are all back on. That's literally the hardest bit. So yeah, that's the hardest bit. I'm absolutely frozen, absolutely soaking wet through. But we've got it done. We're going to get all my shit back in the van. We're going to just plug it in quickly, make sure we've got no codes, make sure everything's all plugged in. There's only one plug undone, so it should be alright. So let's get the kit away, get warmed up, start the van up, get some heat in it, try and warm up a bit. Okay, so I haven't cleared no faults previously. It does come up straight away with engine malfunction. Just going to check. I doubt it probably won't clear them first, or maybe not. Coolant level, I know the coolant level's low. Engine malfunction. Exhaust system malfunction. Right, let's plug it in and see what we've got. Right boys, it's done. Soaked, I'm absolutely soaked all the way through. Freezing, heater's on full. Go home and get a shower and whatnot. But light's gone off. That is the main thing. It has got a fault now with the PM sensor. I'm not sure why. So we'll have a look at that at some point. But yes, BPV valve is done. Okay, so you join me back down south. Come to have a look at a DAF. It's an old one. I can't tell you the year because I don't actually know, but it's old, really old. It's a manual gearbox for a start, so it tells you that it's old. So I'm going to insert a video here of the problem. So as you can see, I turn ignition on and it's weeing all over the floor. It's making a right mess of the floor. So as you can see, it is hooning out diesel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this ECU off. It comes with a mounting plate, a big seal behind it, and then some copper washers and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to show you briefly what we're doing, what we're going to be taking off. I haven't actually done one of these before, so this is all new to me, but we will do what we can. I mean, how hard can it be? Don't say them words, actually. Do not say them words. Anyway, let me show you it. So here is our ECU. So this is the plate here. I assume this is where the ECU is bolted down. Got the plugs. I'm going to try and take it off without having to take the actual plugs off. But let's get cracking. Okay, so I've had to use 45 mounts so I can show you guys how we're taking this off. As usual for a Friday, I am flat out here, there and everywhere. Don't like rushing around, really hate it, but it's it is what it is, isn't it? I'm sure I'm not the only one who's rushing around, but I seem to rush around all the time. So we're going to get these mounting bolts out, these little 8mm. Well, they're not M, they're like M6. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 somewhere. So I'll get these undone, and then there should be like a big seal behind it. So let's get the last ones out, and then we'll have a look, see what we got. Okay, so we've took the bolts out, and the seal is definitely gone on that. Could be the case that the brackets broke, but I'm not sure without having a proper look. I think it might just be the seal, but we're going to replace the bracket anyway because we've got a new one. We've got one bolt that's not quite out at the bottom, and then we're going to pull it out, take this old one off, put the new seal in, grease everything up, grease the new seal, bang it back on, and then we should be all good with that job. So we've got it off. There doesn't appear to be many cracks, but what I have got is I've got I've got some grease to put on the seal. I've got a new bracket, new seal, which I've put in already, and we've got new unions to put on, and everything like that. So I'm gonna keep that as a spare because you never know when you might need that. We've got new rubber mounts as well to put in, so it's fairly simple, to be honest with you. It's not a hard job. This is obviously cooled. This is why it has a bracket. So let's get the new one. Let's get the new one mounted on, grease up the seal, and then we'll refit the ECU. All right. So I've slapped some grease on it, and we're gonna fit it. Probably knock the camera off, but it slides down here like so. Yeah, there like that. That goes on there. That goes like so. I'll put a mounting bolt in there. So while I'm fanning about with this, I'm going to give a shout out again. Got on the phone to him a minute ago. Jay, Mac Tools. I'm going to have to speak to him because this ratchet is broken. Needs fixing. Go and check him out, Jay. Honestly, I don't ever mention people on here really. A couple of times I have, but Jay, honestly, helped me out massively. And he also said that if everyone goes and follows his page, I'll get 85% off the next tools I buy. And I need a new grease gun. So 85% off from me, Joe. Thank you very much, mate. I'm joking. So yeah, go and check Jay out. I'm gonna leave a link down in his bio for all his tools, Preston, Chorley sort of area, around them sort of areas. Right, so got it bolted in. We're gonna get it done up. As you can see, I've slapped half a ton of grease on it, just to be sure. We've got a fuel pipe, which is I don't know where I've put it. Oh, this here. That goes on top, like so, and then just basically get the rest of these bolts in, re-secure all the wiring. Mr. DAF man being now, we're outside a DAF dealer actually. So let's get the rest secure, and I'll show you when it's done because I don't need to show you doing up 55 bolts, do I? Everyone knows how to use a ratchet. So let's get this bolted up. Okay, so there we have it. Pipes in at the bottom, new bracket in, grease sealed and secure, so that should fix our problem. I haven't got the keys to this vehicle, so I cannot start it, but this is now complete. So we're on our last job of the day. Yes, I am doing one more job, that is it. So I'm going to get this trailer done. It's a fairly new trailer. get around, get grease, get the tyre depths, tap it around. I'm not going to show you how to inspect a trailer, because you'll see that on a video probably a while ago, so go and check that out. Just put in trailer inspection, damn, half a job or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to get this video done. I'm going to get home. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I hope you keep enjoying the videos. I'm trying to be consistent as it is with it at 6:30. So yeah, remember to like, comment and share if you can. Drop a comment down, let me know what you thought to the BPV valve, whether you've done one before, whether you think it was a pain in the ass, or whether you think it was actually, it's not a bad job. But let me know. And yeah, so have a nice weekend. If you haven't already, think about subscribing, please do. And yeah, have a good one.